Welcome to the PartsEdge podcast. I'm interviewing Dwayne here. Welcome.
Hi,
You're with who are you with now?
LACarGuy.
The LACarGuy.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, we've known each other for a while now. I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like, yeah,
Several years.
several years. It's so cool to actually meet in person and come to these events. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Like, well, you don't have to do this, but just I'm gonna have some fun bloopers too.
Yeah.
This is fun. Um, so yeah, it's so cool to meet in person finally. I know we met at NEDA, but it's just cool to run into people that you actually worked together with. Um, so we are at the Fixed Ops Fuel the Future NCM. I just said it completely backwards. What brought you here? Like, it's so hard to leave the dealership. So why are you here?
I think for me, it's more just an opportunity to kind of, mingle with my peers and get a sense of what other people are doing.
Mhm.
I mean, the vendors is just kind of an extra thing that I think all of us, quite frankly, get tired of. Right? It's just no offense, but
That's okay. I don't get offended, really.
it is a lot most of the time. But there's always so much changing in our business
Mhm.
that I want to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
Right? I think one of the biggest draws for me here is how do we really attack like retention
Hmm.
and making sure that, we're driving customers back to our stores. That's probably top of mind for most.
What do you think is the solution for that? Like, I know it's a mixture of things, but what, from all of this, what is going to keep people retain them?
Well, I think it's going to come down to, what's the value proposition for our customers, pricing, convenience, um, speed
Yeah.
as a take. I mean, talking to you just a little while ago about parts, like, you know, do we have the parts when
Even if you can get them next day?
yeah, I mean, do we have them now, right? Because
Yeah.
most people, if, time is everything.
Hmm.
I live in LA, nobody takes time to slow down.
No one does. Yeah.
So definitely, for me, being here is just another opportunity to kind of see what's the next thing that I can try to, add into our operation
Mhm.
to help us drive more customers in the service drive, keep them coming back more often.
Mhm.
Um, and additionally, I learned a statistic today. I didn't know, like
Oh.
the whole 16 times. There's 16 times more independent shops than there are dealerships.
Yes, because there's 300,000
Right.
and there's what, 17,000 dealerships?
So it's really
That was
it's
eye-opening.
like for me, it was a kind of an eye opening thing. Like my real true competition is not my fellow dealer,
Mm-mm.
right? So really, that was kind of little tidbits that I'm picking up on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
it's really good, and, I think that a lot of the convenience has been top of mind for like, we're finally kind of talking about it. We have more events like this to bring fix ops together, and, like, shout out to NCM for doing this because it's a lot of work to pull, like, to get the market people to come, organize it all, make sure we're fed, make sure everyone's happy and engaged, right? So it's been pretty cool. I've been learning a lot. I love all the stats too. Like all the it's so eye-opening when you hear like now fixed ops is over 50% of the profit. I remember it was hovering like 48% for a while, maybe 47.
Yeah, I
Now
mean,
it's like over 50, right?
it is the most important. I think most general managers recognize that. Like it is,
It,
there's
yeah.
more dollars from fixed operations go down to their bottom line, to their net.
Mhm.
So the focus, needs to be really on fixed ops. And I think more importantly now, our variable partners have realized that, the variable side of the business isn't as great as it used to be.
Mhm.
So now they're putting a lot more pressure on, the fixed side.
Yeah.
So, we need to be on top of our game.
And how are you managing the all the technology? Because I know like that's part of our conversation a lot. You're like, I'm trying to like you can't just keep adding and adding.
It's the tough
It's
part,
that's
right? Like
tough.
as much as I'd like all these tools, the thing that's important for me is to try to find companies that are able to leverage multiple things,
Mhm.
right? So I don't have as many vendors,
Yeah.
right? And I think, some do a really good job in a few different areas. And then the ones that do a lot of things, it's kind of mediocre, right? They don't all do a good job at everything, right? So it's
Yeah,
it's a tough thing.
that
I
is
mean,
tough. Yeah, because if you think about the DMS too, it's like it does a good job like overall,
mhm,
but it's not like it's doing a lot of things.
yeah.
And that I think that's why vendors exist, right? Because they're specializing in
They've been trying to repair the patches that the DMSs have not
that's
done a
actually a
good
good
job of,
that's a
right?
good Yeah, way of putting it.
Yeah.
But then it takes the vendors too, because I'm seeing a lot more collaboration because you don't want to have 10 different texts. Like you want to have one together. So I think the vendors are going to each other and like, how can we merge and how can we have one solution so it's not like all these solutions? Because yeah.
Interesting enough, I think right now the technology is changing so fast. It's really hard for like me to make a decision,
Yeah.
right? Like there's some cool tech that comes out and like a month from now, it's different. It's
Hmm.
changed and it's like, gosh, like, do I want to sign up? Do I not want to sign up? So, that's
Yeah.
been a struggle.
How do you so I know, I mean, I kind of keep asking the same question, but like, how do you decide? Or I know you're kind of not deciding because you're not back with PartsEdge yet, but I can cut that out if I need to. But it's okay. Parts is always on the bottom of the list. I get it. Story of my life. But so what are the questions you're asking? Because you're right, tech is moving fast.
It is.
You can AI with AI, the programming and the updates, you can just change things so much faster.
Yeah. I mean, I think right now I'm looking for companies that are willing to customize,
Okay,
right?
that's a
They're
good. Yeah.
very open and they're quick, right? So some of these startups that I'm dealing with now, because I have 12 stores and 9 of them are on some kind of voice AI agent
Okay.
for booking appointments.
Yeah.
And and then people have often asked me like, okay, why don't you just go with one company? Because I'm not completely sold,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and some do better than others, and I'm just kind of waiting for one of them to continue to one up the other,
Mhm.
right? Like add some new feature, give me some new technology, refine something
Yeah.
because it's not perfect yet.
Mm-mm.
I
It's
don't
not.
expect it ever to be perfect, but it's not as good as I think everyone would have hoped it to be.
No. And
Um,
it is something that you do have to customize,
it
right? You
is.
have to constantly tweak because your business is changing and you have to constantly review. So looking for that partner, like you're saying, and that can help you make those changes and keep up with that, right? Like not just like, here's your product. Good luck.
I mean,
It's
that's
like,
huge.
I mean, that makes a huge difference.
And the thing I worry about is a lot of these companies will end up getting bought up by the big
Yes.
company, and
That's
then
a
you
hard
start all
thing.
over,
Yeah,
right?
because that's the I mean, I guess it's the goal when you're building something, you do want to get bought, but maybe not. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
think
like, if you could be bought, if you built something really good and be bought, what
hey,
would
money
you?
talks.
Right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think so. I think eventually most of them will, get absorbed by a bigger company.
Yeah.
I mean, even some of the vendors that we saw today, many of the CEOs that were up on that stage created some other company that they've already sold off, and
I
now they've
know.
created another company. It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of an evolution, right?
It
So
is, and how do like, that's a good point actually, because that is the story of the life of, like, the tech gets bought by the bigger company, and then it kinda goes it
goes on the
just,
shelf.
goes on the shelf, and then it
Yeah.
doesn't really get improved, and then you have to start over, and so that's really frustrating, actually. Now I'm, like, really thinking about that, like, for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's where it makes it hard for me to make a decision, right?
decisions, yeah.
Because it's like, okay, well, what is this product gonna be like in a year?
Mhm. Are they going
Is
to?
the
Yeah.
support gonna be there?
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's a good
it's
point.
the hard part.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for
Of course.
coming on the podcast. I love talking to you, and the this event is just a lot. It's a lot of information. I think everyone's here to learn, and so yeah, thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming on.